Okay. Do y'all want to see something crazy?
Vested interest.
Let me play this video right here. Hold on. So RFK, he was sworn in as the Secretary of Health Human Services. Now, this is a crazy story. This is one of those stories where people are going to say like, oh, Nick, you're reaching. But am I really reaching, or are they just saying things that just really make you seem or speculate or think that something deeper is going on? Like, these are words that are coming out of their mouth, literally. I'm not making this up. This is not CGI, AGI, the AI. This is real stuff that they're saying. And I'm receiving it and I'm processing it and I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, bro, do you really understand what you just said? Because there's a lot of signs that are pointing to some very interesting conclusions. And I guess I got to be the one to talk about it. Because it seems like if Christians say anything that might be perceived as being criticism towards Trump, it's like I'm automatically a Kamala Harris groupie and I'm a fake Christian and I'm not grateful for Daddy Trump. It's like, I don't understand how come we can't just like have conversations and just look at things for what's being presented to us. Now, with that monologue in mind, I want to play this. And you just let me know if your ears catch anything that sound a little interesting. Okay?
Has one 60.
Let me put this at a regular speed. Let me put this at a regular speed. I think it's around. I'm gonna start right here.
Percent of our population has only one dream: that they get better. President Trump has promised that he's going to restore America's strength. But we can't be a strong nation if we have a weak citizenry. If people are sick, 60% of our people are sick, 77%, as President Trump mentioned, of our children cannot qualify for military service. And we need a man on a white horse now. We need somebody who is willing to come in and has the spine and the guts and the strength to challenge orthodoxies, to stand in the way of vested interests, and to break institutions that have turned against our democracy. President Trump has shown again and again that he is that hero. And most recently, I greatly appreciate it, and I called you the day that you announced the term.
Did you catch it? You need a man on a white, huh? You need a man on a white what? Oh, Nick, you're reaching. It's just a figure of speech. It's just a figure of speech, Nick. You're reaching, bro. Be grateful for Daddy Trump. Can we just talk sometimes? Because like I don't understand if y'all be catching this stuff. It's just like my mind, I see stuff and I hear stuff and I'm looking around and I'm like, did y'all hear the same thing? And it's like, bro, I can't turn it off. I see the world differently. I hear things and I'm like, yo, what did he just say? Revelation 6, verse 1. Now I watched when the Lamb opened one of the seven seals, and I heard one of the four living creatures say with a voice like thunder, "Come." And I looked, and behold, a white horse. And its rider had a bow, and a crown was given to him. And he came out conquering and to conquer. When he opened the second seal, I heard the second living creature say, "Come." And out came another horse, bright red. Its rider was permitted to take peace from earth, so that people should slay one another. And he was given a great sword. When he opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come." And I looked, and behold, a black horse, and its rider had a pair of scales in his hand. And I heard what seemed to be a voice in the midst of the four living creatures say, "A quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, and do not harm the oil and wine." When he opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and its rider's name was Death, and Hades followed him. And they were given authority over 1/4 of the earth to kill, with the sword and with famine, with pestilence and with wild beast of the earth. When he opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those who had been slain for the word of God and for the witness they had borne. They cried out with a loud voice, "O sovereign Lord, holy and true, how long before you will judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth?" Then they were each given a white robe, told to rest a little longer until the number of their fellow servants and their brothers should be complete, who were to be killed as they themselves had been. Now, I looked, and behold, a white horse, and its rider had a bow, and a crown was given to him. And he came out conquering and to conquer. Right? Right? Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Hold on. Revelation 19. Revelation 19, 11. Revelation 19:11. Revelation 19:11. The rider on a white horse. Then I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. The one sitting on it is called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he judges and makes war. His eyes are like a flame of fire, and his head are many diadems. And he has a name written that no one knows but himself. He is clothed in a robe dipped in blood, and the name by which he is called is the Word of God. So you have 2 riders on white horses. You have a rider on a white horse described in Revelation 6. You have a rider on a white horse described in Revelation 6. as the one with a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he came out conquering and to conquer, right? And then you have the rider in Revelation 19 described as dipped in blood, and his name is the Word of God. So one of the riders is clearly Jesus, right? The other one is believed to be the Antichrist. Christians have criticized this goat on display at Mar-a-Lago, which is a sculpture made for Project GOAT, which stands for Global Offense Against Trafficking, and raises funds using these goats for auction to combat sex trafficking. So there's a goat at Mar-a-Lago that is waiting to be auctioned. It was created by a organization called Project GOAT, which raises funds for sex trafficking. There's a whole backstory as to why it's a goat. Just, interesting timing. There's also dollar bills or $100 bills, obviously fake. But on top of it, it says, "In Trump we trust." In Trump we trust is what it says on the goat. Also, apparently, I don't know if this makes any. I don't know if this means anything or not. But the goat also has golden private parts. Not sure why they added that detail. Just something to note. I don't know why they would do that. Anywho, also Trump he signed it himself. I don't know if you could see it, but he signed it towards the bottom of it. He actually signed it. So he signed this, and they're going to be auctioning this off. Now, a lot of people say, it's this for a good cause, which, to fight sex trafficking is clearly a good cause. It's a bizarre method from the standpoint of Donald Trump being a Christian man, signing the what some are saying is a golden calf, and auctioning this off with $100 bills that say, "In Trump we trust." It's interesting. You know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of Exodus. Exodus 24. Reminds me of Exodus. Exodus 24. Let me pull it up. Reminds me of Exodus 24. Reminds me of Exodus 24. Moses was on the mountain. Moses was up on the mountain talking to God, right? They were up there for a minute, 40 days to be exact, right? On the mountain talking to God. And the people down below were getting kind of like, "Yo, this is crazy. Like, where did Moses go? Did Moses die or something like that? Like, he ain't coming back. It's been 40 days. Like, what's up with Moses, right?" And they're getting a little impatient, right? And so they end up making a a golden calf. Aaron puts together the gold jewelry that they had. They melt down the gold jewelry and they make this golden calf. And the people start to worship the golden calf. They do rituals. They have orgies. They have orgies in order to honor the golden calf. And Aaron tells them essentially like, yo, this golden calf is God. And it delivered you. And it just kind of paints a picture of, you have the people during that time, they're mixing pagan beliefs with their belief in God. And they're meshing it in order to make it seem as if it's one. And it kind of reminds me of today, where you have people who they're mixing their belief system in politics with their belief in God. And they're meshing it as if it is one. And you have people who are so blinded by their political party that they can't even see the flaws of their own political party. And they're sheerly focused on dissecting and criticizing the flaws of the other party, unknowingly creating this meshed belief system that essentially says that you have to be of this political party, you have to support this person, or you must not be a true Christian. It's interesting. It's interesting. But what do I know? I'm just reaching. I'm just a leftist. That's all I am. Like, I don't know, dog. I don't know. I don't know. It's on both sides. This is what I'm saying. It's on both sides. You have this happening on both sides. It's on both sides. These are completely separate things. They're completely separate. The ways of man and the ways of God are completely separate. There's no comparison. There's no comparison. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting story. RFK Jr. saying that we need a man on a white horse. But if you look too far into it, you might not be a Christian. I don't know, depending on who you ask, right?